Cowboys 32 meters Ashley Landis, staff photographer Dallas Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett claps on the sideline during the fourth quarter of an NFL game between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday, October 21, 2018 in Landover, Maryland. Ashley Landis, The Dallas Morning News by Newy Scruggs, special contributor at Newy Scruggs, Newy Scruggs, sports anchor at NBC5 in Dallas-Fort Worth, KXAS-TV, and radio host weekly from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on NBC Sports Radio Sirius XM 213 200 seconds and NBCSportsRadio.com, answered your questions during a recent live chat. Here are some highlights. Should the Cowboys promote Chris Richard? Scruggs, I love Chris Richard. After 8.5 years, haven't we seen what the ceiling is for Jason Garrett as a head coach? If Garrett can't get Dallas to the Super Bowl after all this time, when will he? Bill Parcells used to say, all I can do is go by what I see. Richard will be a head coach in the NFL or at USC in 2019. With all that said, Jerry Jones loves Jason Garrett, so get ready for him to return in 2019 for his 9th year as head coach. Will Richard be another good Cowboys assistant coach who goes on to have some success as a head coach someplace else? Probably. The Dallas Cowboys need to draft some Iowa Hawkeye players. Scruggs, the Cowboys might look to Clemson, Alabama or Ohio State for some talent this upcoming draft. Iowa tight end T.J. Hawkinson is a player that the Cowboys could use, and the other tight end from the Hawkeyes, Noah Fant, is a guy the first expect the Cowboys to bring to the Star for a pre-draft workout. Since Dallas doesn't have a first-round pick, maybe an Iowa tight end is the choice in the second round, but many draft rankings have them in the top 25. Film room, 6th round Cowboys mock draft, including a Cole Beasley replacement and pair of Texas A. Scruggs, Shanley is on the books for $7 million in 2019, and it's safe to say he will be asked to take a pay cut. Does Lee want to do that? He is still a good starting linebacker in the league. He is better than a backup player. I know Lee doesn't play a full 16 games because of his constant injuries, but if I'm the Cowboys, I try to find a way to keep Lee on the club because of his leadership and professionalism. If I am Lee, I'd take a release and see about trying to continue to play as a starter in the NFL for another club. Of course, we should never rule out retirement for Lee. What grade do you give the Cowboys this season? Scruggs, the Cowboys season is a B grade in my book. It was above average and they only have 2 players on the team over 30 years old. A 10-6 mark is very good. Give head coach Jason Garrett credit for not losing his team and getting it turned around after dropping to 3-5. I thought this was an 8-8 team going into the season, and they ended up winning the NFC East over Philly. They swept the world champs. I did not see that. I think fans look at the end and see such disappointment in the playoff loss to the Rams, they tend to want to say the season is a failure. Dallas gets a B grade from me. View the entire chat.